Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. What's up, everybody? Um, I've been a little down and out. That's why I haven't been down. That's why I haven't really been live or anything like that today. I just kind of like been one. I felt dehydrated and I was just kind of depressed, going through my own shit. But I'm here, so let's get started with the show. Where the hell is my intro outro? Here we go. Hopefully this show puts me in a better mood. Damn, you can see the ash on camera. Hold on, y'all. It's funny because somebody was all like, AT2, no matter what you go through, you always seem to like pull it together where no one knows that you're going through anything. And yeah, that's usually true for the most part. But today I'm kind of like, ugh, one of those days. What's up, Winnie? What's up, Darcy? What's up, Kelly? What's up, Tasha? What's up, Priscilla? What's up, Kay? All right. So I regret talking about all about the tea thing, and not necessarily regret talking about it in totality, but talking about the situation on my channel. I think what probably would have been better if I went on someone else's channel and talked about it. So that way it wouldn't be such an impact. I have to remember, me being AT2, I'm a big dog. I'm a top dog. So whenever I say something, because me being the standard, the blueprint, the innovator, the godfather of YouTube, it hits different when AT2 says something compared to when the others say anything. And I'm not saying that the other voices don't matter or they're irrelevant, but if we're going to be honest, no one was interested in a documentary until AT2 said anything, right? I mean, Bossy, Andrea, Jackie, Nurse Jazz, was anybody interested in a documentary until AT2 said something? No, because AT2 is the innovator, right? And the thing is that even with the Monica All About the Tea stuff, it's not necessarily that I played like a big role in what happened with the panel and stuff like that. I never wanted to make it seem like, oh, she did something so bad to me. Now, Monica has done shit, right? But I wouldn't say that I was traumatized in the way of, my life changed forever. And now that I'm going to be depressed for the rest of my life, right? And with that being said, and I'm not saying that the other people feel depressed or they feel their life stopped or the world changed or anything like that, but for them it hit them a little harder, right? Where me, like I said before, I was able to pivot and some people weren't able to pivot. It was like, in spite of everything that happened during that time in 2021, I was able to succeed. And you know what? I want to call out somebody right now who really, I've given her flowers before, but I never got a thank you for giving her flowers. Even though I get somebody their flowers, I always got to make it about me, right? But Andrea, shout out to Andrea Nelson. Andrea, she and some of y'all like, who's Andrea? Well, you'll see her from time to time in my chat and stuff like that. But Andrea was here during that time, and she still has her YouTube channel, by the way. And she totally just changed her life. Like, She changed her lifestyle. Like, you know, when we first met her, she was getting her it was your master's, not your doctorate, right? She was getting her master's degree. She was doing the YouTube thing, and like drama was never really her thing, you know? It was like people would come at Andrea for no reason, and it was just crazy, like the things they would say about her. And so, not on YouTube, she pivoted, but in real life, she pivoted. She got her master's, she got married. She now does cooking on her channel. She lost weight. She got a new body. Like everything is good for her. Like she pivoted in real life. And you have to give her credit for pivoting in real life, you know? It's very inspiring, you know? They pivoted but kept stumbling. Oh, Bossy! Bossy! Hold on, let me put your comment up so they get you and not me. you try to get me in trouble. No. I know you wasn't talking about Andrea. No. Where did Andrea go? Somebody go get Andrea, because did she just leave? Where'd she go? No, and I knew you wasn't talking about her. Oh, there she go. I was interested in your rendition of perspective because I don't think there was ever any real closure to that chapter. Yes, definitely. And here's the thing too, because I know I said when another content creator does their seasons all about the tea, that I was going to be in season 4, and I'm not giving them any info or anything like that. And I'm still not. I'm sticking to my guns. That content creator who's doing seasons and seasons, I want to give you a message from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you. But, you know, and here's the thing. If anybody wants to know AT2's story or my perspective of it, you know, you can ask me questions. I'll be willing to do that. Or maybe, you know, what I'll do is have Andrea. Oh, I think Andrea's a little bit behind. What's up, Be Blessed? What's up, Libra? I wasn't around during the times I was looking forward to. Oh, now I feel like I disappointed y'all. Oh, man. I knew it was coming. Shout out to Demetria. Okay. But here's the thing. Maybe I'll do something to where I'll have somebody interview me. I think Andrea would be perfect. Or it can be multiple different people. Like I can do sets of interviews where they ask me about particular things that happened during that time in my perspective. And you guys know I don't mind being open and honest about, you know, whatever I have to say during that time. So, you know, ask me anything. I'll mention all the names. You know, I don't mind that. Right. So maybe that will be my contribution to the story. I did think the documentary was a good idea. It is a good idea, damn it. There's nothing wrong with a documentary. It is a good idea. It is. So again, my thing was like, okay, let me step back. When, you know, Deb had people on his panel. Wait, why am I fuck that? We saying names. When Deb had Cups and why do y'all want to say Priscilla? Princess gonna kill me, Princess. And like I said, I don't want to say they were fighting. It was a disagreement. When that situation was going on, I was like, you know what? Cancel this shit. Like, no, it's okay. I don't want any fighting or anything like that. You know, my idea was that I want to keep my friends or my parasocial relationships okay. AT2 doesn't need any more enemies. What's up, Southern Belle? AT2 doesn't need any more, enemies and people being mad. And then it would be that thing. Oh, you're profiting off of this. You're making money off of this. And you're using my pain to tell your story. So it was all like, okay, let me just cancel it. Everybody do what they want to do. But my thing was just all like, I don't want, to be a part of it because I don't want to upset anybody. And like, This is some old shit that happened in the past, and I would hate for that old shit to, ruin relationships and stuff like that. I'm open to that real deal conversation, AT2. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I'll definitely be down for that. Let's do it. And I want to let you guys know. So there was there has been like conversations behind the scenes with DMs, emails, and stuff like that. And so I have been dealing with, some pushback and shit like that. So just know, like, this didn't just come because, or that decision wasn't just made because, okay, I don't want to do it. But it was kind of like, if I got to deal with bullshit online and then from people in my DM, email, I was all like, yeah, it's not worth the stress. It's not. And I think for me, sometimes you just got to mind your own business. And this is a case where it's all like, okay, I'm going to mind my own business, right? But what's interesting about that is that this is always going to be a topic. And I think Andrea said it perfectly, is that there was no closure to the chapter. This just kind of left like, and let me just say it plainly. As long as all the characters are still here on this platform, it's always going to be open. It's always going to be a thing. I didn't realize, for me, how triggering it was when Wiley kept saying the whole, oh, you had a funeral for my friend. You had a funeral for my friend. What's up, Della Bugetto? You had a funeral for my friend. And he keeps repeating this shit, right? And I'm all like, what are you talking about? And like, no matter how many people have told him that this didn't happen, no matter how many times I have said it, no matter how many times there has been no evidence or proof that I did a funeral for Monica, he still pushes this narrative. And, it was kind of like one of those things like, oh, wow, Monica is still fucking with me. And I have to give a shout out to Perry and Sherelle because, when I was going at them out, I said that they were jealous of Monica. I actually don't mean that. I don't think they were jealous of Monica at all, right? Monica is somebody who does shady shit behind the scenes. Because again, why is she? I don't know if Wiley, I know I said the thing that he has like a disease that he got from his mom, but he I don't know if drunken baby syndrome is a disease, what a condition or whatever, right? Allegedly. So I know there's a development issue with him, but if Monica is like repeating things back and forth with him about I did this and I did that, like, I'm not the reason why your channel got destroyed. That was technically, it was all on you, but I'm not the reason for what happened with your channel. And listen, she can still use her channel. I think her channel is still up, you guys. Hold on. Because I don't like how, it's all like, oh, these people are the... No, we're not the reason for anything. Yeah, her channel is still there, you guys. It's not like her channel got banned. It got, suspended. Like, the channel is still there. She can use it. No one is stopping her from using it. And also, another fact that I want to put out there is that me and Monica were never friends. We were cordial online. I DM'd her and was all like, oh, that's a great story. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Like, it was those kind of things. You know how, like, you put a story on Instagram and then, like, you comment on the story? It was like that. But the narrative that I was trying to be on the panel and, like, I've never clicked the link to even join the panel. And I might even tell you guys something else. Like, I like the concept of the show, but I did not watch all 50 hours. Like, they would go live for a long time, you guys. For a very long time. Like, I did not watch all them 50 hours. Like, I might have been in there for a cool 30 minutes, but I did not watch all the 50 hours. So, I wasn't a fan like that. I think I was more of a fan of the concept, you know. And I did say like, oh, I would love to be a part of something like that, you know. I did say that, right? I did say that, but it wasn't like I was begging to be a part of any show. Now I know where Monica got that from, because I never told this to Monica, and she actually admitted this. Monica said herself, like, oh, well, he never asked me to, but this is what I heard from Heidi. Heidi Black is a content creator you guys don't even know about, right? That's where they heard it from. That's also who Yvette told that rumor to as well, too. She told it to Heidi, and she told it to Bossy. And come to find out, she told it to a few more people. I just wanted to wake it up a little bit. I just wanted to make sure y'all was up. And this is why I'm putting a restraining order on the judge. Yep, she was with Cooter Brown. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those lives were super long. Yeah. And thank you. And I never clicked that link. Thank you, Be Blessed. I never clicked that link. So that was the thing that they were trying to say. And it's all like, that wasn't true. Like the narrative about me. And again, I shouldn't be offended by it, because technically everybody knows that I wasn't an obsessed fan, but it's just the fact that like when he says it, and the way that he says it, it pisses me off. And I think that's the other thing too, because I get triggered by it. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna say that, you know, him and Monica, da, 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 da. So yeah. And you know, and again, I know that I don't say nice things about Wiley all the time. I get it, I understand it. But because Wiley goes low to the floor, that's why I have to then go low to the floor as well too. I'm not saying that it's right, but I do it. You know, I want to hear the lore way back, way before my time on YouTube. You know, can I ask y'all? When did y'all discover me? I want to know. Let's do a 30-second countdown. When did you discover? Put the year, or you can put the year, the situation, or the video. Yes, many people have discovered me from Sherelle. Yeah. You know, shout out to them. Back when you were doing lives in the car. Damn! Okay, yeah. Around the Jag era, during the All About the Tea saga, November 2023. Okay. I wonder what went down November 2023. Or is that when you came to YouTube, Darcy? 2 years ago on another CC's channel. Okay, TT. Okay. 2024 Jag and her shenanigans. Danny Boy 2020. Yo, I'm gonna say this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna say this because this person's not even on the platform anymore, so I don't care. So I guess this person has been talking about me on their little Twitch or whatever. And I'm all like, you can say whatever you want to about me. You're not on this platform, so I don't give a damn, you know? I'm just gonna be honest, like, but they're still doing videos about me. So they're doing videos about me being a stalker. However, I'm not even over there, and they're still doing videos about me, but I'm the stalker. Okay. During the Jag videos, okay, for a while now. You popped up on my suggested page back when Jag first came out. Oh, okay. So De La Bougetto, you went by a different name, huh? I was like, De La Bougetto, I believe I know who you are. I'm gonna find out who you are. I think I know who you are though. But thank you for being here. I think I discovered you in 2018-19. I heard of you watching Sherelle. Oh no, that would have been 2021. 2021, yeah. I wasn't on you. I still had a JOB. That's how I know. Yeah. Maybe early 2020. Okay. Yeah, I started May 2020. Like I've always had my channel for years, but I wasn't like doing content like that. I was uploading videos from Snapchat. I found you 2020. Oh, from Naughty Love. Shout out to Naughty. We love Naughty. 3 years ago on Sherelle and Peril. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. Video in 30 seconds. Laugh out loud, but it was right before C19. Since Tasha K and Jaguar interview, the first one. Yes. So remember when Tasha did that interview with Jaguar, right? And everybody got mad at Tasha because she was calling Jaguar out to be a liar. Fast forward, now we know Jaguar's a liar, right? So yeah. Thank you, Spite. I ain't no slut no more. Well, technically, I heard the other day people talking about how I'm stuck at 91K. Listen, I'd rather be stuck at 91K than 100 people. So yeah, kiss my ass. You know, you just had 10K subscribers. Wow, it's crazy. I think you had 7. Yeah, I had 7K back in like 2021. Really, Darcy? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yo, me and Jag, we had some good times. I ain't gonna lie. And by good times, I mean when we would go back and forth and fight. Yeah, those were good times. And he's right. Right. That's why he's regulated to Twitch. Laugh out loud, yes, but I can't even figure out my old name. Oh, okay. So you're not who I thought you were then. Okay. But I was all like, yeah, but I was all like, this person has been around for a long time. This ain't a new person. Yeah, don't it seem like forever? Yeah. Yeah, the slump has vanished, right? After Tox went to the clank. Now Dimitri, why you got I remember Sherelle was going to. Oh, yeah, see, you was back there, yeah, when she was gonna sue me. She's like, I'm gonna sue you, you fat fuck. And no, and I'm not talking about last year, y'all. No, in 2021, that's when we had got into it. Well, I don't even want to say we got into it, but she was yo, her and Perry fired up alive. Perry was in his pajamas, Sherelle was in her muumuu, and they went off. This was like 20. Somebody has a video out there, you guys. Somebody has the video. Like they went the fuck off. And mind you, I'm new. So okay. So this is the other thing. We gonna do an AT2 documentary. Like we definitely gotta do one. Like my time on YouTube, we gotta do an AT2 documentary. But so like many people think, because make it make sense, ma'am. She always say, "Oh yeah, I didn't know there was like a beef sector until I discovered AT2." No, I'm not in the beef sector. I just want to clarify that. And I didn't come on YouTube to beef with people, believe it or not, Oh wow. See, Winnie's been around for a minute. I remember when you used to show the taco meat. Tandy, no deal. Yeah, no deal. That was the other thing that she said in that video. Okay, so when I originally got on YouTube, believe it or not, I like talked about real life stuff, relationships, friendships, love. Like I used to talk about that shit. Nobody gave a fuck about that. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared. No one cared. No one cared. And so one video that I did before I even did the Up and Adam and Sherelle video, there was another video that I did about Sherelle. And what's funny was that it was about the Cuda Brown and Monica when they went on her show and they had that falling out or whatever when they had outed Sherelle and Perry for being married. I did a video basically saying like it's nobody's business. Like who cares? You're just there for the content, right? But no one really watched that video. That was the crazy part. I think I'm gonna re-upload that video if I can because I want to show that video. No one cared about that, right? So then I, fast forward, I do the video about the Up and Atom and all that shit. It blew up, and then that's when AT2 emerged, and I want to say that the first month I had over like 2,000 subscribers. Like it happened so fast. It was like crazy. Yeah, that's the one thing about YouTube. Like it can be just that one video and you just blow up so quickly. Oh, but let me get to my point. I'm sorry. Because I want to address the make it make sense. I'm in the beef sector thing, right? Which I'm not. So that video didn't get any traction. So the next video that I did was the Tasha K and Jaguar Wright interview. I ended up getting 7,000 views from that video. This was before the Sherelle Up and Adam situation. I ended up getting 7,000 views and I was like, oh, wow, like this is a lot, right? I didn't realize the formula, and especially during that time. People don't if they don't know who you are, they don't care about you just talking about random shit, right? You have to be a somebody. So, but the way the algorithm works on this platform, and it works like this on, believe it or not, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, people are more interested in like the drama and like hearing about like the internet personalities more than they are of celebrities when you're just starting out. And mind you, I wasn't able to like really like build my channel off of like some people. The way they were able to be successful is that you kind of seen they were a panelist on some big platform and then they broke off and did their own thing. That wasn't my story. Even when you guys see me on Sherelle and Perry, I already had my own platform, like, and I didn't go on their show like that all the time, like, because I didn't want to make it seem like I was trying to use them and stuff like that. I always thought about the future. Like people would say, oh, you were only this because I did. So I already seen the future, and it was no dig to them. And they know this. It's no dig to them. But I knew that people would be able to use that in the future. But the way that I got my start was that I was talking about these different YouTubers and the drama and shit like that, right? And then I noticed like, oh, people like this shit. So let me continue doing it. I didn't realize that those same people that you talk about, AT2, yeah, the celebrities, they don't give a fuck about what you say. But the YouTubers, oh, they care. And so when the YouTubers started coming back at me and started doing videos on me, I was like, oh, wait, hold on. I didn't know it was like this. So that's how I, quote unquote, got in the beef, But initially, I just thought you could talk about people and then you just move on. And, and I wasn't being nasty or nothing like that. I wasn't all like, you be, you this, you that. What's up, princess? You this. I wasn't like cussing or going off on them because I didn't know them to cuss them out. I was just talking about the drama, like, oh, this person did something shady. They did this. Again, I didn't know that people would have a problem with you talk. Like, aren't you on this platform to be talked about? If you ashamed about what you did, then you shouldn't do shit, right? You always welcome the other. Oh yeah, I've always been like, click the link. If you got issue, click the link. I don't think you were on there that much on Sherelle's World channel, but I remember when you went over, because wait, what's that supposed to be? Found them after you, so I was watching them too. And yeah, you're right, Priscilla. I wasn't on there like all the time like that. Like I wasn't like Cooter Brown. Like Cooter Brown, like they would do a show on SW, and then they would do one on his channel. Like, I didn't get the Sherelle World stimulus package. I didn't get it like that, And I'm not saying that I wanted it like that, but again, I've always wanted it to be all like, I never want people to say, yeah, I made you, or I made you a star. You wouldn't be anything without me, because technically it's still my job to retain the people no matter what. Misdiagnosis, I still want to know what happened. And like I said, I think the way that I can come at it now that, I canceled, yeah, F your documentary. What's up, Joy? I will have like Andrea or someone interview me about my time during, the All About the Tea mess. And I think that would probably be better than, for me to at least tell my perspective and get, my story or my part out there without somebody else saying it. And that's the thing too, because it's like this all like, oh, well, how can you tell my story and blah, blah, blah. Well, everybody has the opportunity to tell whatever story they want to, right? So if you want to tell your story, you can tell your story, right? I have multiple names. Wait, is it Dirk Wilkes? Is that how you say it? Was my initials? Doctor. Oh, that's supposed to be doctor. Okay. Oh, are you a doctor? Name, and then I changed it to Scorp 1101. I've been around. Yeah, you know what? But you've had this name for a long time, though, right? I remember you had a panel as well. Yeah, I did. So it's funny because I had a show called Do You Even Care? And I did it with Sweet Pea and what's his name, y'all? The light-skinned dude. He's not around anymore, I don't think. I think something like his name was like something Library, but he had a name though. Why can't I think of his name? But we used to do a show together, and it was amazing. And then Sweet Pea started all that stuff, and then it went downhill. it went all the way downhill. But everybody loved it. It was on Fridays. Like, oh man. And then you know what? I have to bring the one that I had to bring the one back with Couture. Levon! Yes, Levon! I have to bring the one back with Couture and Nadi. Like, I love, and you know what? I think that's better doing it with them because I have love for them. So that's a situation where we can have a difference of opinion and still be cool. And there was nothing wrong with Levon, by the way. I just want to, let's be clear before rumors start. There was nothing wrong with Levon, obviously. And I'm not trying to, not a doctor, it means dark with locks. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I have nothing against Levon. Obviously, it was more about Sweet Pea, but again, I don't have any hate for Sweet Pea or anything like that. It's already water under the bridge shit. Like, Yeah, I can still dwell on it and be mad and angry, but for what? For what? And let me also say this. Sweet Pea has apologized, and then when I didn't accept her apology, she'll then say, "Oh, well, my apology wasn't for you." And I think, and I used to take that personally, but I think the reason why she said, "Oh, my apology was for me and not for you," was because I didn't accept it. So that was her defense mechanism. So now that I realize that, okay, we don't have any hate or beef or anything. I let it go. I'm not going to dwell on it. I remember him. Didn't they say he was related to? Oh yeah, they did say. They said like his last name was the same as hers. And yo, see, they like. There's so much that people don't know about that time. There's so much that people don't know. And like when I'm sharing and that's what my thing was, like sharing these stories with you guys would be able to fill in the gaps and everything like that. You should do a documentary on this Jag. Oh, you know what? Maybe we didn't. You know what? If I can't do the all about the tea shit, the Jag shit, because all of them hate me. So I don't know if, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work because all of them hate me. Like if you go down the list, Mexico Mike, Dookie Way, Danny, EO, Nine and Day, yeah, all of them hate me. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the Mod Squad, Ka, Bridget, Kimmy, like all those people hate me. So right, Woody, I'll have to patrol with that one. Yeah. Now I would love to do it, right? Yeah, that dude went through some stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Eric, trust me, it was some shit during that time. Yeah. So yeah, that would be hard to do considering everybody hates me. I think believe it or not, I think the only person that would do it is all about the tea. No, not all about the tea. All about the trees. Trees would do it. You know, surprisingly, that's probably the only person in the black tea sector that I get along with, really. Like everybody else hates me. That's why I'm not doing this funky ass documentary no more about all about the tea because everybody fucking hates me. Not the Jets hate me. They do not like me. And I believe, and thank you, Kimberly, by the way. And here's the thing, you guys. I'm not hurt by it at all. I promise you, I'm not hurt. She got her channel deleted again. Like, I know, listen, the lady done had 50 billion channels, right? All been deleted. So what she decided to do, right, was go on station head. And so far, her station heads have not been taken. So I mean, shit. She doing something right, you know? I went over there actually the other day. I went over there for a minute and then like, I left. Because it was like it wasn't her talking, it was like Kat and Rich talking, and I was all like, I don't really, yeah. I hate panels. So whatever platform the panel is on, I hate panels. I'm sorry. I hate them. I think trees beat out hear her. Yeah, hear her. You said it was like hear her 2, hear her 3, hear her 4, hear her. I think it went all the way up to 5. What happened in Nosy Hole? As far as I understand, she's in South America. Deb said she's in South America. Yeah, I think she just wanted to escape from all this shit going on and live her life, And that's good for her. I know Nosy was a controversial figure and everything like that, but you can't deny that lady was um very impactful. Very impactful. There will never be another nosy hoe. Now there's nosy hoes, but there will never be the nosy hoe. Yep. Remember she got sued by Nikki and all that? Yep. And I never really had a problem with her, like we were beefing or anything like that. It was just more or less like, okay, we don't, you know how like you might not necessarily hate someone, and just like, okay, I think we got two different personalities, and she made it clear that she hated men, so it was never like it wasn't my shtick, you know. So I think like, oh, okay, well, you know, I don't think I belong over there, so trust me. I'm one of those people. If you say like AT2, I don't like you and I hate you, get away from me. I get it. I get it. I understand it. Oh, there's Jennifer Loves Fewitt. I heard Jennifer Loves Fewitt was back. There's Jennifer. Okay. That's a word. And Bossy, how would you describe her? Can you tell us? How would you describe her? Yeah, I think they're still cool. They just have a relationship offline. At least for the last time, like I talked to Sherelle and Perry, like they were cool with her. Yeah. Right. Talk about memories. Right. And speaking of memories, this is why they don't like me, because I hold like all the knowledge. And even if I don't know it, like once y'all refresh my memory, I'm like, oh, I remember that. I got it. This is why they don't like me. Remember, I gave you that list: Dookie Way, Mexico Mike, Danny, EO, 9 Day. All of them, they hate me. They all hate me because I got all the memories. You mean all about the trees? I think that's still. So I was listening to her station head today. I guess Danny's trying to take her station head too. That's ridiculous. Let that girl have her station head. That's like me trying to take Potterhead's Twitch. Like I said, like I told you guys, Potterhead talking about on Twitch. Y'all, I don't give a damn what he's saying on Twitch. Like, it ain't YouTube, you know? It ain't YouTube, so I don't give a damn. But yeah. Yeah, I think that beef is to be continued. That yeah. Yeah, you know that girl get off on that shit. Yep. And and I think maybe that's why I've hit, because I'll just tell you guys what's going on. So, and Andrea knows what I mean when I talk about this too. Have you and Perry reconciled? No, we haven't. Remember when Deb was on my channel and he said, "Oh, I talked to Sherelle recently, and she had good things to say about you." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And remember, I kind of teased that I wanted to reach out to Perry, and y'all told me no. y'all did tell me no. Y'all told me no. Y'all was like, "No, let him reach out to you." So I was like, "Okay, you're right about that." So whatever happens, happens. Okay, so this is how it worked. And this is what I wanted to put in the documentary too. So here her was the ringleader of the basement, right? And then Danny was the ringleader of the All About the Tea, right? See, this is why they don't like me, because I know the history. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, so sit back, right? So here her was the opposing side and Danny was the other side, right? So the way that they did it was like, oh, y'all in the basement, y'all these people. So without me even like saying like, oh yeah, I want to be on this team or that team, I was automatically regulated to the basement. If you were anti Monica or all about the tea, they put you in the basement. So I was a part of the basement crew or the basement bitch. And mind you, what's funny is like, so it was like Trees and all of them over there on the All About the Tea. That's where Trees got her name from. Tree, see, y'all didn't know that about Unwind with Teddy, how she was Tasha K Mod and she basically made her persona of Tasha K's teddy bear. And then Trees, she got her moniker from All About the Tea. Except she's all about the trees because she smoked weed. Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't see? Y'all don't know history. When I tell y'all the motherfucking history, it blows your mind. This is why they don't like me, because I know the history. So yeah. You know, AT2, I agree with every position you stated on that. Thank you, Riri. Thank you. So yeah, so that's where Trees got her name from. The All About the Trees is a nod to All About the Tea. So yeah, see y'all, see. But anyway, so I was already regulated on this team, and like my thing was like, okay, I don't mind being in the basement or whatever, but why am I like the follower? Like, because Hear Her was the leader, and mind you, do I think Hear Her is the leader? Yes. Was she the leader? Yes. But like, I felt like, okay, well, can we like take a vote? Like, how come she just automatically gets to be the leader? You know? And why am I a follower? You know what I mean? Like, shit. I'm all like, man, like, why am I a follower? That's a lie. They smoke. Wait, who smoke? Remember they found the chicken lady? Yes. Yeah. What's up, Aaliyah TV? Dang, I kind of wish you still did this document. See? And listen, now they don't get it. Fuck all of them now. Shit. Done piss me off for no reason. This documentary would have been off the hook. Not can we take a vote? I'm telling, yeah, we should have took a vote on like who we wanted to be the leader or something like that. Or could I be like second in command? But mind you, and I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, right? But although like I kind of have more subscribers than everybody on here. Like, why am I like the follower and not like, you know, somewhere up the chain, you know? But you know what that also proves is that because I wasn't like the leader, like I would, and mind you, there was floaters and stuff like that. Like Hood Life Chronicles, she was definitely a floater going in between and flip flopping and stuff like that, right? But I think also that's why I was able to pivot, because a lot of people were just stuck at this, and I was able to move around and kind of adjust. And I have to give credit to Sharon Perry and Sherelle, because they did tell me like, hey, you know, all that drama stuff, leave that alone. You're not gonna make any money doing all that. So yeah, I have to give them credit. Somebody let me a comment somewhere else, and I'm like, damn it. And yes, probably a little sniff too. No, she's not on YouTube anymore. I need a notebook. Yes, you need a notebook. Yes. Yeah, well, I think she still has her channel, but she's living a good life. She got her a boyfriend. She's working. She's doing good. Over there has people on her platform, and when they say who or what happened, she corrects them. I think, you know, listen, when Princess said what she said, I understood it. You know, because you do have people like correcting, like, oh no, that didn't happen. It's like, you were there. Like, my thing is like, let me argue with the people that was here about, what was true and what's not true. But if you weren't here and then you're trying to argue what was true and what's not true, I have a problem with that. I do. I do have a problem with it. But hey, it ain't none of my business yet, It is what it is. But again, I hope, even though I'm not doing the documentary, I hope somebody does pick it up and they do kind of tell the story, or um, yeah, I don't want people to think like I would be mad, or I'll be like, oh no, you shouldn't be able to, and like, no, do it, but at least try to get the perspective from the people. And let's put that out there. I know you ain't gonna get no perspective from Monica. You're not gonna get one from Danny. You're not gonna get one from the rabbit, right? But there's other people that you can reach out to get their perspective. There are people that you can reach out to. Not me anymore. You can't reach out to me, not at all. But at least the princesses, Jennifer Love Spewitt, the Debs, you can reach out to them. But not to me. No, you ruined that. And I can't even tell you guys the real reason why I am pissed off. Like I said, another reason why I dropped out of this is because friendships are ruined over something that it shouldn't be ruined over. Dang it, AT2, we need you to do the documentary. You was actually there and is unbiased. Ding, 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 ding. No, don't reach out to me. My DMs is closing. No, Jennifer, you listen. Your messy ass better go help. Go over there and help her out. And I think also too, that was also my thing. Like when I had put the filler out there to do this documentary, I didn't realize like, oh, there's people still, it's a sensitive subject. I know we laugh and kid about it, but it is a sensitive subject for people. So I hope and I'll just say her name, Maggie's sake, that she does take that into consideration when she's telling these stories, that she thinks about the perspective of some people that this might still be traumatic for. I wish I knew so I could end this mess. Wait, knew what? Wait, he was there but only knows what he saw on the outside. Well, Princess, go over there to Homegirl and help her out with with her documentary. Go help her out. I don't know about that. It's true. Yeah, I feel like Jennifer, no, like, because here's the thing. And this is the complicated thing, and how I was trying to figure out how. Okay, got you. This is what I was trying to also tie in, because okay, so you have the all about the tea mess, right? You got the panel dropping out and all that, right? And then you have the nosy hoe, Danny coming at her. Then you have like the people who came from that, the content creators, the people who sprouted out from the panel and did their own thing. What happened to the different panelists? Where did they go? They just all kind of disappeared. We see Princess Deb and Marcella, but where's Bishop? Where's Plez? There's things like, what happened to those people? Schoolboy is still around, but it's kind of like, I don't know Schoolboy to hate Schoolboy, but it's kind of like, I'm not interested, Then you have well, from the nosy, even from that perspective, you have who is the avatar, who is Monica. Then you got Monique Tolbert. Then it sprouts into all this mess, and then I guess the circle is the lawsuit with Danny and Teddy, because this kind of how all this shit even got brought up with their lawsuit. And I told you guys the reason why I'm not going to talk about it is because, well, shit, until it actually like happens, like there's no point in like talking about like, oh, they filed a motion, oh, they filed a dismissal, oh, there's another motion. Okay, well, tell me when the lawsuit is over with, then we can talk about it. Like I said, both them hoes hate me, so I mean, what? Like, no, I'm not going to talk about it. No, I don't care. Just like Mr. Powderhead wants me to report on him and Armand's lawsuit or restraining order. Bitch, I don't fucking like you. Why the fuck would I want to talk about that? And it's not going to make me no money. Like when you end up in handcuffs, hands behind your back, and you end up in prison for at least 10 to 15 years, I'll talk about it. But if it don't end up with you going to jail, I don't care. I don't. Where are they now? Oh, but of course not revealing sensitive info. Right. That would be a good idea. Yes, Marcella was been a terror. Wait, what happened? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, and me and Marcella, we're cool. There was a situation where she had went on Sherelle and Perry panel and stuff like that, but it is what it is. Now that I don't have an issue with them, I don't care that she went on their panel, and that's over with. So yeah, I don't care. I never care for Schoolboy. No offense. Yeah, it was kind of like, nah. I think because Schoolboy tried to play the in between, and really, Schoolboy. This is another thing that you guys don't know. Schoolboy was the one who first hopped out the window and went at Plez. And then that trickled down to Monica doing her video. And then that sprouted the whole backlash. And then Schoolboy apologized, but it was a fake apology. So there is a part about Schoolboy in there, but again, we don't care. I'm glad I'm mostly on Station Head. Listen, I might have to start using Station Head just so I can talk shit and I ain't got to worry about my channel being taken. I'm losing subscribers by the minute. Oh yeah, y'all remember? Yep. Monica did say that. Oh man. Oh no, Schoolboy said that. Never mind. No, Schoolboy said that. It was Schoolboy who said I'm using subscribers by the minute. Yeah. That's why Schoolboy did an apology video. For you guys, I say least do not let Maggie take over the sector. It would be a travesty. But it's not up to me, Technically, none of us have a say in what each other does, but it's like I said the other day. I was all like, it'd be one thing if it was somebody who was actually involved doing it compared to an outsider. It would hit a little different. Yeah, all the old heads are here. Yep. All the OGs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so is the rumor true that Hear Her is still here? No, we just need to hear her. Somebody call hear her. Because I kept on hearing like the rumor that hear her is here, but she's not. Now, hear her if she could, if hopefully hear her does like an exclusive interview. It doesn't have to be with me. I'm not saying for me. Like, even if she went over to Maggie's, I would watch that. You know, I would watch it. It's not on YouTube. Like, oh, so that was a lie. She's not on. Okay, thank you. Yeah, but even if hear her, um, wasn't there someone named Gabor? Yeah, Gabor was a part of Sherelle's panel. Yeah, he's still on YouTube though. He still does his thing. Yeah, this is a little family reunion. See, and that's the thing about it, and not to take another dig, but I'm gonna dig at Maggie again because I don't care about her. Like over here, it feels like family. I don't know if it feels like family over there when y'all at Maggie channel, but to me, it don't feel like family. It feels like family when you can pull the memories and actually talk about things that happen. And I think also what helps is that I don't have a whole bunch of white supremacists in my chat. Did somebody say something? The culture is here in this chat. It hits a little different. It's a little different. I'm just saying. Not a whole bunch of people from all across the world that we don't even know, and they lying on me, and sorry, that's my own personal grievance. I tried with the owl lady, but her acting confused and oblivious. I can't do it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's one thing that it was kind of like that nostalgia. That's where I was more or less coming from, that nostalgia that I miss. You know, yeah, it was the best and worst. Like that. Pete, listen, that's perfect right there. It was the best of times and the worst of times. Hell no, it don't. She blocked me on it. Damn. Yo, Messy Miss Madass. Yo, Messy Miss Madass is who Maggie tries to be. But Messy Miss Madass would eat Maggie up any day of the week. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Now, Messy Miss Madass, she used to terrorize everybody. Everyone. That lady got under everybody's skin. But I'm going to say this. Messy Miss Madass was really who she was. She was messy. Now, I don't know what a Miss Madass was, but that's what she was, right? Is she? No, listen. Somebody get Messy Miss Madass. In a reality, no joke. I hope she is all right. I don't want anything to happen to her. At that, no, Jennifer, no. Dang, somebody find Messy Miss Madass. I want to interview her. One good thing about talking about this is being around from that time. From that time as we all watched our fave CCs. From that time as we just went down memory lane. Yes, be blessed. Yes, you get it. Messy was batshit crazy. That one was hilarious. All these old school peeps need to go over there and yes. But Messy Miss Madass, she wasn't really part of the All About the Tea. I know her and Danny got into it, but she wasn't really about the all about the. She wasn't during that time really, but that's somebody like a character that, dang, And mind you, I used to hate that lady. But now that she's gone, I can kind of like laugh at it. That's the one thing too. Like after like so much shit has happened, I'm like, dude, I don't even care what happened in the past. Like, get over it, build a bridge, get over it. Like, who cares? You know, that's how I am. Yeah, it was better than TV. Everybody was tuned in. Right. Right. Now I've seen worse. Yeah. That's one thing that I can say. Like originally it was more like, oh, this was the worst thing that happened to me. Oh no. No, there's been worse. Unfortunately. She was about the big cat, Miss Madas. Yeah. She was more with during the Jaguar stuff. Like she didn't really, yeah. But she's someone that I would love to hear from. Woo! Lonnie. Yes. Now that was a battle. And you know what? With the trees part, trees is significant because trees was used as a shield from Danny and Dookie Way. Trees was the dummy that they would put out there to attack everybody while they sit back and chill. You know? And I don't think Trees ever realized how she was used. I know that Trees has apologized for the stuff to me specifically, but I don't even think she realized how she was used. Because again, especially with Dookie Way, not too much Danny, but still Danny, but Dookie Way, because this goes into what I want to say. A lot of times, bigger content creators will use a dummy to go after people, like, oh yeah, yeah, go, yeah, you know, and work with them and stuff like that. Because when me and Trees talk, we really didn't have an issue with each other. We didn't, you know. Trees knew she was used. She just didn't care as long as it hit the cat. Right. And you know what? And that's probably true. Like she realizes, but it was all like, well, shit, if you're gonna pay me, shit, I'm gonna do it. I ain't mad at that. Yeah. And you know, and that's another example of like when so much time has passed, like I ain't got no beef, I ain't got no issue, you know? Working on no, I don't think she could walk, y'all. Oh damn, I didn't mean to say that. No, I don't think she working on a cruise ship. Let me close my Darcy, I think you're thinking of someone else. I don't think ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Yeah, I like her now, but she was a terrorist back in the day. Yeah, like remember I made damn. Okay, all right. So I would just end the show on this note because I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. Okay. So this is what happened. So I remember I was getting into it with Messy Miss Madas, right? And we are going back and forth and shit like that. And I said something like, "Oh, well, that's why you got a bedpan and you pissy and you got a shitty diaper or something like that." So I made the whole bedpan joke, because my thing was like, "Oh, she's always at home. That's why she has a bedpan, right?" I didn't know that sometimes she gets bedridden and she needs a wheelchair sometimes because she can't walk all the time. And so that she does have a bedpan. So when I said the bedpan, like it totally triggered her and she started crying on her show. And like, y'all, I don't try to make fun with people with disabilities at all. And so, you know, when I said that, I didn't know her situation. And then like when she cried about it, I was like, you know, so yeah. Her house hair was yeah, she had a couple of camera slips too. And that was the thing too. She would be calling people ugly and all the shit. And then when she had a camera slip, oh wait, you remember her singing video? Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. Her singing video. And she's like, take me to the king. Yo, I wonder, can I find it? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Can I find Messy Miss Medas? Dang, can I find the singing video though? Take me to the key. Singing. Dang, I don't think I can find it. I would have to look at my old videos to try to find it, you guys. Yeah, because I don't even see her. Dang, I can't even find an old video. Maybe I deleted all that. Or maybe I never did a video. I remember playing that video on my channel. I just can't think of like where. Is it here? Maybe. Oh, that's the interview with Jaguar. Okay, I can't find it, y'all, but it was a moment in time. You had it as a commercial. Oh, no, I know what it is, you guys. So because the copyright, I took all of that out the video because of the copyright. Because Tamala Man, she wants her money, so you can't play "Take Me to the King" on your channel, or they'll get you. So yeah, that's why. And remember, that was before they did the shared revenue, where if you play a copyrighted song, some of the shares go to the actual artist or whatever. Yeah, man, good times though. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show right there. Damn, this wasn't even supposed to be that long. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And again, hey, the documentary is not gonna happen, but the story will be told. I love y'all. Deuces, everybody.